Here's a number for you, $900 million. That was John D. Rockefeller's net worth in 1913, which sounds impressive until you realize the US government had just introduced the income tax specifically because of men like him. 1 year later, he crossed $1 billion, the first human being in recorded history to accumulate that much money. Not a king, not a conqueror, a man who sold oil. But here's the part nobody talks about. Rockefeller did not get rich because he was the best at finding oil. He got rich because he was the best at destroying everyone who did. By 1880, Standard Oil controlled 90% of all oil refining in the United States, not through invention, not through discovery, through a method so calculated it reads less like a business strategy and more like a siege. He would approach a competitor, offer to buy them out at a fair price. If they refused, he would cut his prices below cost, selling oil cheaper than it cost to make it until they went bankrupt. Then he would buy the wreckage for almost nothing. He called it cooperation. The courts eventually called it a monopoly. But by the time the Supreme Court broke up Standard Oil in 1911, after decades of litigation, something almost absurd happened. The breakup made Rockefeller even richer. The splintered companies, now operating freely, each became more valuable than the original. He owned shares in all of them. The man meant to be punished by the law accidentally became the largest beneficiary of it. His wealth at peak, adjusted for today's economy, sits somewhere between $400 and $700 billion, depending on the methodology, which means, in real terms, Elon Musk, the richest man alive today, might not have caught him yet. That should make you pause. We talk about modern billionaires as if they represent some unprecedented concentration of wealth, and they do, but Rockefeller reached that summit in a time before income tax, before antitrust enforcement had teeth, before any of the systems we built specifically to prevent another Rockefeller from happening. And yet here we are, having that same conversation again. The infrastructure is different. The mechanism is the same. Find a market, control the flow, eliminate friction, which usually means eliminating competitors. Scale until the number becomes too large for any single government to comfortably confront. Rockefeller gave away half his fortune before he died, built universities, funded medicine, lived to 97, died beloved by many. Which raises the question nobody has cleanly answered in 100 years. If a system produces one man with more money than entire nations, and that man then uses the money to do genuine good, was the system working? Or did one decent man simply paper over the cracks of something that was always going to break? We built the rules to stop it from happening again, and then we watched it happen again.